Oh no, this does have two themes. I forgot. This is the scrolling stage. I'm just gonna kill myself right now. It seems worth it to me. Because if we continue, we start over again at this stage, and that is lovely. Alright. We should have all of our weapon energy back. Yes, we do. Wunderbar. Alright. Now, I don't remember this auto-scrolling stage being that bad, but knowing this game, it will probably make me fucking eat my words, and I will die repeatedly to it. That is always a possibility. Okay. I don't need to go up there for anything, because I don't have any weapon energy I need to replenish. I can't think of anything like super particular that this stage features that I would have to go out of my way to get. Like I can't. I mean, I obviously haven't played this stage in a long time, but I can't think of any like energy tanks or one-ups that I would have to go out of my way to get. I mean, again, I could be wrong, but this guy, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Oh. How do I kill them? Ring Boomerang will kill them. Ring Boomerang has super piercing features, I guess. That's cool. So, that's what its thing is. It makes up for its limited range by being able to kill more things. I'm okay with that. Not okay with these Saturn enemies. And you can see pretty much firsthand how those platforms work. They'll stay still at first. When you jump on them, they will lower to your weight, but they will go upwards if you jump. So, fairly easy obstacle to get past. Not too bad if I do say so myself. Just these Saturn enemies. This one you do have to. Okay. In order to get this energy tank, you have to use Balloon. Because you want to basically put the balloon in such a position that it will line up with the ledge there and not immediately kill itself, and then you can slide over to the energy tank. We're at the end of the stage already. And I forget what kills these guys. I forget what these guys' weakness is. Because it's like two enemies that will attack you at once. Kind of like the dual things in Mega Man 6, which obviously we'll see them later. See, I keep wanting to think it's Pharaoh Shot, but it's not, because Pharaoh Shot... I'm thinking of the ones in Mega Man 6, because Pharaoh Shot has a similar character palette to Flame Blast. And Flame Blast was the weakness of the other two things. I'm going to go with Ring Boomerang for now, because, again, Ring Boomerang or Dust Crusher is the weakness for everything. And just hope that this is the right choice. It's not bad. These things do a shit ton of damage to you if you run into them, that's for damn sure. I'm not going to use an energy tank on these guys. I'm going to tell you that right fucking now. I'd rather stick with my energy tanks. If those guys can kill me in 3 hits by just running into them, it's not worth using an energy tank. That's my philosophy. Unless you really want to make progress, but this stage, despite it being an auto-scroller, is not that bad, so I'm not against going through it again. Even the Saturn enemies' placements is not dickish, so I'm okay with this. See? So yeah, I'm more than willing to just go through this stage again if need be, so I'm not going to waste my energy tanks on that boss. I just gotta remember, or even possibly look up what the weakness is. Because I do try to go through weaknesses when I can, and, maybe it is Pharaoh Shot, I don't know. Let's try Dive Missile. It is not Dive Missile. Skull Barrier? No. Let's try Pharaoh Shot. It's probably Pharaoh Shot. It may be because you can charge Pharaoh Shot, but it seems to be the easiest to hit with. I'll go with Pharaoh Shot. We're probably going to get a game over and an energy refill on Pharaoh Shot anyway, by the time we get to the final boss. Because Pharaoh Shot is the final boss's weakness. I'll take it. What's Cossack's weakness? I can't remember. Is it Ring Boomerang again? It's probably Ring Boomerang again. And we're at the final Cossack stage, and then after this is the Wily levels. And the Wily levels aren't nearly as... I remember the Wily stages being a lot easier than the Cossack stages. And let's replenish something. Let's replenish Pharaoh Shot. May as well. Just in case. I'm fairly sure Pharaoh Shot is not Cossack's weakness, but it's worth it to at least have as many things as you can at full. Also get energy tanks. Energy tanks are important. I don't think I'm gonna try not to use energy tanks at all during this level. Not even on Cossack, because I remember Cossack being a lot easier than I think he is. But then again, I keep thinking, Pharaoh Shot is his weakness, but then again, it's, me thinking, Mr. X from Mega Man 6, his weakness is Flame Blast. And it has a similar palette and all that. I'm going to try to go the way that Beat is telling me to go. I can use Wire. What's down here, Beat? Why are you pointing me this way? An energy tank? Thank you, Beat. I will gladly take this energy tank. Slinkies aren't that bad of an enemy. As long as I can Monster Hunter claw the frickin' controls using my index finger on the rapid fire button, and also I get to bypass shields, so Beat, you have not led me astray, and I am forever grateful. Yeah, I'll gladly take that. Take that route. Wow. Okay, so anything I need to really refill? Not really. I'm gonna leave that where it is. So here's Dr. Cossack, and I want to say it's Ring Boomerang. Ring Boomerang is a good thing to start with. He's got a grabby hand. Gotta get... It is not that. Is it Dust Crusher? Dust Crusher is the... Just make sure he doesn't grab you. Looks to be Dust Crusher. Okay. I'm gonna stick with Dust Crusher for now, then. not grabbed. Getting grabbed will do a lot of damage to you. So just get on the higher ground, the higher platform, and shoot him when you can, and then just dash under him. Try not to get grabbed. I don't think I need a... I have 3, I'll use 1. It's worth. It is worth. I'm probably going to get hit like at least 2 times. No, I don't care. I don't care that I just wasted that. It was worth the risk. Yeah. It was really Dr. Wily betrayed me, Proto-Man? Oh, this Proto-Man brought Kalinka in. Yeah, it wasn't really Dr. Cossack because his daughter was just kidnapped by Dr. Wily, and it was really Dr. Wily the whole time. Now, is this one of those situations where I think Dr. Wily's stage isn't as hard as it is, but it really is? Like, it's, like, super dickish. I could be thinking of Mega Man 5, in all honesty. It could be either one. Just kind of blends together. But that's okay. Alright. That's a little bit of a sync for you. At least for me. For future me who's editing this eventually. So like I said, I haven't edited my first, like, 4 or 5 parts of this. However many parts I'm going to make of that first, because Lord knows it's like an hour and a half worth of footage that I'm not even going to be using. Not an hour and a half. More like 40 minutes, because of that point where I played through all of Mega Man 1 again, just to be able to do Wily's stages in easy mode, because Wily's stages suck in Mega Man 1 and 2. Never saw myself getting this far tonight, to be honest. But these stages are... Ooh! Almost tricked me. These stages are, you know, shorter than I thought, especially when we get to the end. I mean, yeah, there were a lot of dick moves in, like, Ring Man stage and Drill Man. But, you know, we're at what I remember being the easy part of the game. Like, Dr. Wily's stages are not that bad at all, if I remember correctly. Again, I could be placed in a situation where I'm going to have to eat my words, but I'm fairly sure this is not that bad. Oh, look at this. I can use wire to bypass this block puzzle. This is where I was thinking to use wire. I can use Rush Jet here. Just gotta make sure no blocks don't get in my way. Lord knows they will. Alright, I'm gonna try the blocks here. If I can actually jump on them. Yeah, and then I can wire up here. God, wire is useful. Wire is so useful, you guys. That's one of the things I like about 4 is that it has wire and balloon are so awesome. All right, I'm gonna refill dust because again, if it's not weak to ring, it's probably weak to dust. And the same holds true in Wily stages. Oh, there's an energy tank there. I will gladly destroy that and take that energy tank. Metor, Metul, whatever you want to call them. Alright, let's start with Ring Boomerang and see where our weaknesses take us. I'm fairly sure this is weak to Ring Boomerang. It is not. It is not weak to ring. Dust looks like a weakness. So my theory is proven correct. No, I have to... Oh, I actually have to go through the water part again. That is less appealing to me. Oh, I got an extra life, though. That's fine. Oh, now I gotta go through the rest without the Rush Marine. Ooh. Haha! That's what happens when you do minimal risk. Yes! There we go. Now we're back at the block part, and I can just bypass this with the wire. For the most part. I did have to go through a lot of this. Work with the block puzzle, and thou shalt get your just rewards. Okay. I don't even know where I was going with that. That isn't even a quote. I just kind of came up with that off the top of my head, because I'm creative and shit. Alright, so I think dust is the weakness, and don't be afraid to use energy tanks here, because I don't want to go through that water shit again. That is no bueno. Oh, that does a lot of damage. I will use that right now. Right now. Alright, dust. And when he hits the ground, it freezes you. Good to know. Also good to know, you can hit him a couple times while he's open. Oh dear. Using another energy tank. I don't want to go through the water part again. You can hit him multiple times when he's out. Again, sorry for seizures. Okay. Next part, please. Oh, God. Oh, the ratio of rum to Coke. It is overwhelming to me. Again, I was only able to fill, like, even considering the amount of, the normal amount of rum I would put in there, the amount of Coke brought it up to, like, a third of the way up. So that is a high concentration of rum to Coke. And I cannot foresee myself... I mean, I can survive it, obviously. I have done so before, but... That's why I have the water here. Ooh. Oh. E-tank. Yes, please. Valen will take me to that. Shooting Valens. I don't care. I got an energy tank. Totally worth it. What happens if I get a game over here? I'll start again from this stage, and I can get another E-tank. And I'll have all my weapon energy refilled. I see no downsides. Obviously, Beat is pointing me toward the easier path. Killing the worms is easier than killing the buzzsaws. But killing the buzzsaws is easy enough if you have Ring Boomerang, which I do. And these balloons to get this ladder. Oh, Flip Top has something for me, or Eddie, or whatever you want to call him. That was an energy pickup that was completely wasted. Way to go, me. Good thing that Beat pointed me toward that one-liner, because otherwise I would have been screwed. Okay, any energy tanks up here? I have a feeling there's an energy tank or two up here. I was wrong. There's not an energy tank, or any energy tank up there. There's a life refill. Okay, I don't really need that. Alright, Beat, I have trusted your judgment before, so I will go up that way. 1 second. Get rid of those bats and bonds, and just wire up here. Leads me to an easy way past the spikes. Alright. Again, Wily stage, not that bad. In fact, if I do get to a point where I'm actually playing Mega Man 5 tonight, even if I do bypass, if I do get through the Robot Master stages, I'm gonna just call it a night when I reach Proto Man stage. So farthest I'm getting tonight on this session, Proto Man's castle on Mega Man 5. Oh, what is this guy's weakness? Probably Ring. I think Ring is his weakness. I think Ring actually is his weakness. Gotta dodge shit, but Ring is his weakness. Wonderful. Little Wily stage is proving my theories correct every time. Rings to the forehead. Oh no, it was Doom. Okay. I think I got a couple of other stages after this. I think there's 2 other stages after this. And the next one, I believe... Okay. If they're doing I think there may be either another boss, or this is going into the teleporter boss rush. Either way. I'm prepared. Oh, yeah, this is teleporter boss rush time. Okay. Whoa. Balloon's getting wasted. That can't be good. More balloon, please. I want to refill dust. Dust is dangerously low. Alright. Okay. I'm not really looking forward to the boss rush in this one, because the bosses do have dick moves abound, especially Drill Man, as we've seen. This is the teleporters right here. I can already tell. Yeah, there we are. Teleporters. And unlike Mega Man 3, it doesn't give us any pickups. What the hell, Mega Man 4? Alright, let's do our best. Because that's all we can do at this point. Oh, good. Starting off with Drill Man. Hopefully we are a little bit more energy tank savvy. Also, his attack savvy. Kill him before he kills us, because Lord knows this was pissing me off when we were fighting him the first time. I normally don't do that badly against him, by the by. So close. Apparently, I'm not as good as I think I am at video games. Notice his weakness, the drill bombs can still deflect the dive missiles, which is, as is known in the by the scientific term, not cool. Oh, good. Now we are, as the scientific term goes, screwed. Now, if we can hit him one more time, we're good, but just make sure he doesn't hit us on the way up. There we go. Whew. That's probably the hard part over. Bright Man? Yeah, we just use fucking Toad on him. Toad is not hard to use against him. Just make sure he doesn't hit us too much. Oh, look at this. We can just use another thing. Oy vey. Be more careful. Be more careful, Rado. Look at how much damage they... Look at how much damage they can do. Just by running into you. What is this bullshit? They can take like half your health away. Not cool. Alright, Skullman was easy enough. Hopefully I have enough dust to kill him off. Because otherwise he has, what, an arm cannon? And also running into you, but... Shit. Good. We had enough dust. Oh god, Dive Man! Oh no. Oh no, we don't have any of these left. This is gonna suck. Look how much. Fucking god damn it. Alright. What I need to do is I need to memorize which ones are the hardest to kill. So we can try and take care of those first. Drill Man is way up on the upper left. He's the first one fought. Dive Man is in the center left. I am not happy. Okay, we gotta get him off. That's fine. One moment. Just gotta go to the bathroom once again. I'll be right back. 1 moment, please. Okay, I'm back. And let me tell you, the Bacardi and Coke is not so great when it's mostly Bacardi. Alright. So I will be completely honest here. There was a point, you know, on my 3DS, I was playing through all of these games. 1 through 6. The 7 wasn't out yet on the 3DS, because the new 3DS wasn't a thing. But I played through all of these games without save states. And one of the main things that I remember being the hardest part was playing through Mega Man 1. For the aforementioned reasons that Mega Man 1 is mainly made bullshit. But one of the other main things that I had a problem with was Mega Man 4's Teleporter Boss Rush. And, yeah. Not feeling too great about this, but at the very least, I can pinpoint which are the hardest ones. Because I'll be completely honest, I'm not going to play through this entire game again in easy mode just to get to this point. Just to get to this point in easy mode, we are too far near the end of the game to even consider that bullshit. just gotta be better with everything. We have one energy tank to work with. And I'm not planning on wasting it on fucking Drill Man. And after we fight Drill Man, I'm gonna fight Dive Man, because he's the next hardest. And I know where Dive Man is, because I've memorized the positions. At least of Drill Man and Dive Man, because they're the hardest to kill. Even with their weaknesses, apparently. And again, I've never been this bad at killing fucking Drill Man. This is what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to be able to hit him, and then he'll go back into the ground. There. Alright. Now I'm gonna go for... Oh, hold on. I'll try to knock some other guys out with what little health I have left. Because I'm not going up against fucking Dive Man with half a bar of health. No way. That's not a thing. I don't even really feel... I'll be honest, I don't feel comfortable going against anyone with half a bar of health. Because if I die fighting Bright Man, I have enough uses of Rain Flush to kill Bright Man if it only takes one go. I'm not willing to risk using some of Rain Flush and then going into it with not enough. Because, like I said, it is just enough. Skull Barrier is terrible as a weapon. I mean, so is Plant Barrier, to be honest. Anything that's like this, that's just a shield that doesn't do anything else, is a terrible weapon. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to Bright Man. I feel confident being able to kill him in one life with Rain Flush. Unless he keeps running into me like that. And of course he is. Fuck me, that's why. God fucking damn it. Well, I'm screwed with fucking Bright Man now. Let's fight Skull Man, I guess. We are too far into this now to just like quit and then come back in easy mode. No. I'm in too deep. And this game is just too much bullshit. Alright, who's after Dive Man? Toad Man? Okay, Toad Man is Peanuts. Apparently, Drill Bomb doesn't knock him into his loop, but it does do a lot of damage. So it's up to you whether you want to just hit him with this weakness, which is Drill Bomb, or if you just want to use the standard Buster method. Either way is fine. Because we're not fighting fucking... We're fucking screwed when it comes to fucking Bright Man, let me tell you. I mean, just as you can fucking see, just Drill Man and Dive Man will basically take everything out of you. Ring Man's no picnic either. But he's not too bad. And then who do we have left? It's like Pharaoh Man, I think. Pharaoh Man is fucking easy. So hopefully with 1 life and 2 shots of fucking Rain Flush we can kill Bright Man, because that's the only way I can see us winning against him. Like I said, my goal is still to beat Mega Man 4 and get into Mega Man 5 at the very least. Because Mega Man 5 is not nearly as bad as this in this stage of the game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, as we've seen in my previous Drunk Run of Mega Man 5, fucking Dr. Wily can be a bitch and a half, but the boss rush wasn't this bad. Because, let's face it, the weapons in Mega Man 4 kind of suck. The Robot Masters can do way too much damage. Let's hope we can kill Brightman with just the Mega Buster, because that's all we have at this point. We're at a point in the series where every Robot Master only has one weakness. And we are done with Rain Flush. So, we're going to have to Monster Hunter Claw the Rapid Fire Mega Buster on Brightman and hope it sticks, because this is all I can do. And the alternative? Well, the alternative is starting this whole goddamn thing over again. Because fuck my life, apparently. I want to do something, and everything goes out of its way to try and stop me from doing it. Fuck Mega Man 4. We can't do it. We can't do it without Rain Flush. We have to do it with Rain Flush without losing a life. That's the only way we can beat Brightman. Alright. Basically got to plan out who am I willing to use my fucking energy tank with. Who am I willing to go after with not a full health bar? In all honesty, most of them. Pharaoh Man is not bad. Toad Man is fucking peanuts. I don't remember what all of them are. Now that I think about it. Alright, we have a full health bar, so we can go after one of them. I'm gonna go after Brightman first. Brightman seems to be the biggest pain in the ass right now. If we don't have, like, a full energy bar of his weakness. Like, I can do Drill Man with part of the Dive Man loadout. And Dive Man with Skull Barrier. Skull Barrier's terrible. All of these are terrible. Okay, Skull Barrier's terrible. Okay, I just gotta keep focused here. I'm going into Brightman first. Just don't let him do that. There isn't any way around it. There isn't any fucking way around it. We're screwed. Give me one moment. I'm gonna game over. Because fuck this shit. Okay, I'm back now. I've gone through a couple of game overs. But something that I haven't been... okay, so... Alright. Let me just gather my thoughts here. The main problem I'm having are these three here. Drill Man, Bright Man, and Dive Man. Drill Man because he's apparently made bullshit now. Bright Man because I only have enough Rain Flush to kill him one time. Like, a full energy bar of Rain Flush is enough to actually kill him. And then Dive Man, because Skull Barrier is his weakness, and Skull Barrier is a terrible weapon. Something I haven't been taking into account, though, because I've been basically going for Bright Man first, because he's the biggest problem in my opinion, but I've also been refusing to, beat him without full Rain Flush, and also, I've been refusing to use an energy tank on him. Well, I haven't been taking into account that as I use continues, the energy tanks don't go away. I keep thinking back to Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2, your energy tanks went away whenever you continued. In Mega Man 4, they do not. So, when push comes to shove, I can do enough game overs. I mean, I'm gonna, try for it now, but, if push comes to shove, I can just farm game overs, because you get an energy tank at the beginning of this stage, no matter what. You can get an energy tank. I can just get energy tanks until I have max. So I'm making a much bigger deal out of this than it really is, because I can exploit this. So even if I, take contact damage from Bright Man, which is inevitable, like I did there, I can use energy tanks and not really worry much about it. Case in point. And then I still have energy tanks that I can use to deal with Dive Man and Drill Man if need be. So I should be good. I mean, if push comes to shove, I will farm up energy tanks until I get 9, and then go for it that way, because Lord knows that, Wily may be a problem. I mean, who knows? But, I never really took that into account. I never really thought about that. And that's actually really, really nice for me. The game is giving me an advantage, and I didn't even notice. So my spirits have been lifted. I know I was, getting angry and salty earlier, but, if I lose all of these, I'll just get game overs and use continues and grind out frickin' energy tanks. Why not? Got nothing to lose, and, I can still keep going for like an hour. So, I have 2 energy tanks I can use on Dive Man, and even if I'm not going to use an energy tank here, but I am more than happy to use a life on him right now. Okay, I'll just use life now. I have more than enough Skull Barrier to kill him right now with that. So I'll just, I'll use energy tanks now. I'll just kill Dive Man, and the rest of the Robot Masters are no problem. I mean, yeah, I may need energy tanks when it comes to Wily, but, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, at the very least at this point, but, I am actually more than happy to do this route. Okay, I may not have enough Skull Barrier left. And I'll tell you right now, I am not going to, if I only have, like, a couple lives left, I'll just, I should have gauged my, my energy a little bit better there. Actually, I'll use an energy tank here, and then just try to Mega Buster the rest, but again, if push comes to shove, I'll just farm energy tanks, why not? That's more than acceptable to me right now. Actually, I think I got him. Yeah. And the rest of the Robot Masters, no problem. And I still have an energy tank left. I think I got this now. Skullman's... Like I said, Skull Barrier is a terrible weapon, even in his hands. Dust Buster and Dust Crusher, whatever. Oh yeah, I got the rest of this. Fair enough. I'm not gonna use Drill on Toad. Using the Mega Buster is still more than advantageous, because I found that even if you use Drill Bomb on him, yeah, as previously seen, he won't get locked in jumping. He'll still use his Rain Flush, and I don't want to. I want to take as little damage as I possibly can, so I'm more than willing to cheese him with the Mega Buster, even for this round. I mean, usually when I get to this point in every Mega Man game, I want to use their weakness if I haven't been able to before. But considering what's on the line here, I'm just gonna cheese Toad Man, as I did. I already did that. Dust Man is easy. Okay. Just take damage from his projectiles. That's fine. I'll get more than, or, I mean, not more than the energy back, but what's next? Pharaoh Man is one. What's the other one? Ring Man. This one's Ring Man. Ring Man's probably going to be the hardest of the two. But I still have an energy tank. And I still have plenty of Pharaoh energy. So I'm okay with that. And again, if need be, because I'm not using any more energy tanks from here on out for this particular continue. But I'll farm energy tanks. Charge! Okay, now the Pharaoh attack wasn't charging. Alright, I'm gonna farm energy tanks. And when I come back from this jump cut, I will be where I was in the boss rush. I'm just gonna farm energy tanks here, so one moment, please. Alright, I'm finally back. That took much longer than I expected. I have ground... before I did this particular run of the gauntlet, I ground up to 6 energy tanks. I soon learned that the real problem was Dive Man, because, again, his weakness is a terrible weapon. But I had honed my skills enough to defeat Bright Man and Drill Man with little resistance. I think I did use an energy tank on Bright Man, but Dive Man was the real problem here. So all we have left is Ring Man and Pharaoh Man. And we have 4 energy tanks. In all honesty, I think we got this. We got this by the ass. I'm not even gonna bother waiting for him to run into the charge shot, because I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe otherwise. I gotta attack when I can. And, in all honesty, Pharaoh Man is pie. We just gotta flash stop him. Just gotta do this. This is all we gotta do. Just get in between frames. It's the only way I can describe it. Pharaoh Man is not hard at all. And we got this, and with 4 energy tanks to spare, so we've got more than enough. I have more than enough confidence to know that we can take out Dr. Wily in this particular run of the game. Now, I don't remember the exact weaknesses, but I remember one of the weaknesses here. It's not this one. I think this one is Ring Boomerang. You know, as you do. Ring Boomerang, yeah, it's Ring. Ring is most things' weaknesses, and I am more than comfortable with using frickin' energy tanks on this. I'll use an energy tank right now, because we've got another phase right after this. So I'll just ring. Now this, the trick is that he is weak to Drill Bomb, which I didn't use any on Toadman because, again, it's much easier just to buster him into his loop. But the thing with the Drill Bomb is his weakness, but you have to detonate it prematurely so that the explosion hits the little jewel there. Because the normal shot will just bounce off him, like every shot will bounce off him. But if it's caught in an explosion from the Drill Bomb by setting it off prematurely, like I'm not doing here, I'm bad at this. Then that's how you beat him is use a premature Drill Bomb explosion. And again, you can detonate it manually by pushing the fire button again. Not too hard. And we have an additional energy tank with which to go against the final form. Now, I don't think that in this last this final stage of Mega Man 4 that we get any energy tanks per se. So it's basically just kind of a pray that we can get this in one try. The weakness for the final boss, because it's basically just the final boss here, one phase, and that is the weakness is Pharaoh Shot. Now the key to using Pharaoh Shot here is that it's kind of like in Mega Man 5 where he kind of teleports all over the place. Actually, I do want to take this opportunity to build up Pharaoh Shot if I can. How many worms are there? There are 4 or 5 worms. And luckily these worms will keep coming up because Pharaoh Shot is the weakness. And this is one of those situations where we definitely want to get him caught in the charging shot. Because like when I went through with as you saw when I went through with Ringman this past time, I just like went reckless abandon. Try not to get him caught in my normal strategy, because I'm in a state right now where it probably would not have worked. And I was too paranoid of taking too much damage. I didn't want to use all of my energy tanks. I'm actually glad I had as many energy tanks as I did to fight those 2 phases of Wily's, the Wily machine. That was the water bottle that did that pop noise. I don't even care. The only weapon energy that counts at this point, from this point forward, is Pharaoh Shot. I'm just getting life energy up because I'm afraid. I'm very afraid because enemies don't normally drop energy tanks, and I just want my energy to be full when I go after this because I hit too many worms on the way, and that was my fault. But I do want to get my life energy up to full. Hopefully be able to hit this guy with as many charged Pharaoh Shots as I can. Because that's really the only legitimately reliable way to hit him is with the charged Pharaoh Shots over your head. Because he's teleporting all over the place. And that's pretty much how you beat the final boss of Mega Man 4. But luckily, going from from Mega Man 4 into I am going to be playing a bit of Mega Man 5. I am at a point where I can probably play some Mega Man 5, a little bit of Mega Man 5 at the very least. Afterwards. He's going to appear under us. Nope. Okay, so it's basically like the sort of thing where he'll appear at random points on the screen. Just got to make sure that if he appears above you, aim for that point with the Pharaoh Shot, as shown. Don't even worry about the normal shot that you shoot forward. Just hit him like 4 or 5 times, and he's gone. Luckily, we've got the energy tank. Oh, we even hit him with a regular shot. I think we got this. I mean, we do have that energy tank for security purposes, but one more hit and he's done for. We got him. Thank you. So we're now past the second least favorite NES Mega Man game. I'm pretty proud of that. Thank God that I discovered that, you know, oh, these energy tanks are accumulating even after continues. Now, I'm not saying we're fully in the clear, but I have had, you know, at least compared with Mega Man 4, I have had plenty of experience with Mega Man 5 and 6. So I feel totally confident going into Mega Man 5. At the very least for the first few Robot Masters. Again, I'm gonna cut it off if we get to Proto Man's stage, Proto Man's castle after the 8 Robot Masters for Mega Man 5. But yeah, 1, 2, and 4 are done, so those are my least favorite on the NES, and we're again. I'm not promising smooth sailing from here on out, but we are going into games with which I'm much more familiar and much less likely to fuck up. Again, not a guarantee, but you know, I'm done with actual hardcore booze drinks right now. I am out of Coke, so all I have left is a decent amount of Bacardi rum here, but I'm out of Coke, I'm out of Kraken, so the actual drinking is going to pick up again next week, but is that going to be fun? I'll probably talk with Greg and see if you know, if I'm going to continue drunk Mega Manning on next Thursday in lieu of Resident Evil, or if I'm just going to do like what I've been doing, just playing this on Tuesdays, drunk, and then just going on with Resident Evil on the Thursdays. Who knows? But that's 4 games down. We've got technically 6 games to go. The arcade games are kind of their own thing, and they're relatively short. Like each arcade game has like 3 paths to go down, and I'll be going down each path because each path has different Robot Masters. But those are going to be like a cakewalk compared to these, you know, main series games. Let me tell you. We've got Mega Man 5 through 8 to go, at least on this Anniversary Collection here. And time will tell if we get to Mega Man and Base and Mega Man 9 and 10. But, I promised we're going to play through every game on the Anniversary Collection for the PS2. So, 1 through 8, and then the 2 arcade games, which, again, as I said, are pretty much pie. They're very, very simplistic. Very, very fun, but very, very easy to get through. So I'm just kind of bullshitting through the credits. I'm actually gonna let the credits roll. I gotta go to the bathroom, at least, possibly for the last time, but I'll be right back. Just feel free to enjoy the credits here. The special thanks, as you know, once it reaches the end of the credits, I'll jump cut, but one moment, please. I gotta go to the bathroom. Alright, I'm probably going to cut out all that stuff after the credits because I didn't think it was going to be going back to the main menu on its own and into those frickin' developer credits, but let's just go straight into Mega Man 5. Again, The cutoff point for me tonight is going to be Proto Man's Castle at the very latest. So once we beat the 8 Robot Masters here, I'm just going to see how far I can get. But if we beat the 8 Robot Masters in Mega Man 5, that'll be it for me. At least for tonight, until we get to the next part, the next session, which is going to be next week for me. But again, at this point, I haven't even edited the first session of gameplay. A vicious army of robots is bent on destroying the world. Now, again, this is one of those games that I did play previously on the channel and drunk. But it was also one that I made a complete ass of myself at the end because I got overconfident and thought I could beat the game. And I had so much trouble near the end. But at the same time, this is also one of those games where it has a full overhaul of the soundtrack for the Navi mode, and I love it. So yeah, like before, like I always do, starting with Starman, and yeah, and now it's not Beat, it's actually Eddie showing us the way, or Dewey, depending on which memes you follow. The Mega Buster this time around has a bigger shot for the charge shot, but starting with this game, if you get hit, it will knock you out of the charge. So, yeah, I guess be careful with that if you're playing this game. It is not like Mega Man 4. But then again, this is a much better game, and in all honesty, I do prefer this version of the Mega Buster. Even if you get knocked out of it, it has a much bigger shot to it, and can hit more things. I mean, yeah, sure, it still does the same amount of damage, but it has a bigger area of effect with the bigger shot there, so that's fine. I am also going to try to get the Mega Man 5 letters as they appear, like this one here, because I am going to go for Beat. There we go. Didn't hit the spikes, which is good. Mega Man 5, if you hadn't noticed, or if you haven't seen my previous playthrough, is also where we start getting... I'm not going to go for that. That's a trap now. I still jumped into the spikes either way. This is where we start getting a little more gimmicky with some of the stages. Starman stage takes place mostly in space, so we have low gravity. And it's basically... I mean, it's not like low gravity like you would see in water stages. But in this stage... You will keep ascending if you hold down the jump button. Yeah, so what a stage to start on, right? But yeah, you will keep ascending up until, like, I guess whatever the imaginary ceiling is on a lot of these. Like if you go past the top of the screen. I don't think that every stage has a gimmick. I'm fairly sure every stage does not have a gimmick. I know Napalm Man stage doesn't. Napalm Man's stage does not. Gyro Man's stage does not. It's mainly like Starman, Gravity Man, Wave Man. They all have gimmicks to them. And we will discuss said gimmicks as they come about. But yeah, it's the low gravity... which is what sets Starman stage apart from any of the others in the game. I don't think there are any other real stages that in the series that do this either. You got these ATST-looking things. I'm just going to call them ATSTs. I don't know what they're really called. I'm going to call them ATSTs because that's pretty much what they are. Luckily, Starman's boss arena does not have any spikes in it, so that's fine. Also, there's a P on his life bar because apparently Proto Man is behind this. No, it's Dr. Wily. As we will learn, the Proto Man that is in charge of these Robot Masters is actually a special Wily robot called Dark Man, which we will be fighting no less than 3 or 4 times. And he's very annoying because he has like setups like a stupid shield that goes around him. But you know, we'll see that when we get to, you know, Proto Man's castle, which again I'm not going to be doing in this session because I am not willing to go through that. Not after all the bullshit I have put up with Mega Man 4 and the ending of Mega Man 2. This is still the second session. This is the same session we started with the successful playthrough of Wily Stage 2 for Mega Man 2. We played through Mega Man 3, we played through Mega Man 4, now we're in Mega Man 5, and yeah, pretty cool. We're in the games I like again. Starman is fairly easy to predict his patterns and whatnot, so that's why I always start with him on Mega Man 5. Although, ironically, among the two of us, the first Robot Master beaten between me and my brother was my brother beating Gravity Man in this game. He beat Gravity Man first. And we made sure to save that password toot sweet. And we put it in the sock drawer because it was a safe place to put it and no one else could find the password. And then, you know, of course my friend Matt beat the game before I did, so that's usually how that turned out in that day and age. But when I went back and played the game during that emulator phase in early college days, you know, I learned beating Starman first is easier. And that's how I've been playing ever since. So we get a couple of things here. We get Star Crash. Star Crash is the main weapon that we get from Starman. It is basically a shield, like Skull Barrier or Leaf Shield. However, like I said before, you know, it still stays around you when you move around, but if you push the fire button, it will actually shoot forward. So it's actually useful, unlike Skull Barrier. As you saw there, we also got Super Arrow. Super Arrow is like a suction cup arrow that will stick onto walls and basically give you platforms. It can also be used as an impromptu rush jet in certain situations. It's also a weakness for one of the final boss phases. Who knew? Go on to the Gravity Man stage next, because Gravity Man is weak to the Star Crash. But again, this is the first boss that either me or my brother beat. The first Robot Master I beat, as I stated before, was Hardman in Mega Man 3. But there was a point in time where the only Mega Man game my brother and I had was Mega Man 5. So, my brother beat Gravity Man, and it was a big deal. That's back when things like these were big deals, because we were bad at video games at the time. Gravity Man stage, as you can see, has a gimmick that deals with gravity. It's you can be upside down at points, and if you use the standard controls, if you want to slide and you're on the ceiling, you actually have to push up and jump rather than down and jump. But with the Anniversary Collection, the circle button will still work, at least with the PS2 version. I don't know what the button is on the GameCube. I think it might be the X button. But the circle button will still work to do slides, so you don't have to worry about messing about with the controls that you're used to. This guy right here. This is the Mega Man 5 version of the Jump and Smush You guy. He's actually a full humanoid robot. And he is as much of a pain in the ass as any of these kind of enemies are. But as long as you know what you're doing, if you're in a good position, you can take care of him decently enough. Now, the trick to getting this M, at least as far as I've been able to tell, is to get yourself so that you're almost... Because if you fall too much up here and you're on the side with the up arrows, that right in front of us is a topless pit, I guess is a good way to put it. I always try to do this so that I'm like halfway into the pit, and then I just go over enough to go down into the... Well, it's not that dramatic, but I tried to make it sound like it was harder than it is to get that icon. It is not. Sometimes I just remember things differently. But this is still one of my favorite... It's one of my favorite stages in this game. And this is actually my favorite song in this game, is the Gravity Man theme. It is pretty cool, but now we're at Gravity Man himself, so let's get the Star Crash ready. Much like fighting Dive Man with the Skull Barrier, Gravity Man can shoot projectiles at you, and if he shoots the projectiles and they hit the Star Crash, it will cancel the Star Crash, so just be careful when using it. Sometimes he'll even shoot as he's transitioning phases, like gravity phases. So even if you shoot him forward with the intent to hit him as he's coming up, you know, he may shoot a bullet out and cancel the shield. So I've usually tried to get him like as he's like try to position myself so when he's coming down, I'm coming up, and position himself close enough so that the shield itself will hit him while it's still around me. I mean, sometimes I will try to shoot it off at him, but the former plan seems to work a little bit more. So we have Gravity Hold now. Gravity Hold is a full screen attack, and it is also the weakness of Gyro Man. So we're going to face off against him next. There may be situations here and there where I may use Gravity Hold as a weapon, and it'll fling everything on the screen up off the screen, in an upwards position. That's what Gravity Hold does. But you still have to do however many hits before it'll do it. So sometimes it'll take 2 or 3 Gravity Holds before it will affect an enemy. These floating Orby guys with the eyes that pops out every so often, not these turret guys, but the other guys I just killed. These are that's the Ladybug enemies from Mega Man 4. They are super annoying. They're my least favorite enemies in the game. That and the Tigers. We'll see the Tigers later. I hate the Tigers more. We'll see the Tigers in Napalm Man stage and a lot in Proto Man stage 1. These guys suck too. They drop me an extra life, so I'm okay with that much. I'm getting hiccups, so hopefully I don't have to take 5 minutes to get rid of hiccups. Here's Gravity Hold in action real quick. Oh no. Sometimes I'll do it to those little floater guys, because those guys are as equally annoying. I mean, they're basically like the Saturn enemies from Mega Man 4. They're harder to hit, but you can kill them in one hit. I don't know what that was. How did I not hit that ladder? Yeah, thanks, Eddie. I know which way to go. The only way I can. Yeah, they're like the Saturn enemies, whereas the floating purple guys in this room are the Ladybug things, where they take several hits to kill, and can fly erratically. They fly less erratically than the Ladybugs, as you can see, but they still position themselves where it's hard to hit them, and that's the problem that I have with them. See? And they're very easy to respawn off the screen. I'm getting plenty of 1-ups in this run, though, so that's always good. These gear things, these like spiked gear things, the only way I know of that you can kill those is with when you get beat, the bird thing that we've been seeing. Basically, it's an auxiliary weapon item guy that you get once you get all these 8 Mega Man 5, like the Mega Man 5 at the bottom there. When you get all of those icons, you get beat, and beat will basically home in on any enemy and will kill most things that you can't kill otherwise, which is nice. But if you've seen the previous Mega Man 5 playthrough, or if you've played Mega Man 5 before, you'd know that. It even mentions it in the instruction booklet, if I remember correctly. Oh, God. See, this is what I'm talking about. Alright, here's the checkpoint, though, so that's fine. No, it's not. This is not the checkpoint. The checkpoint is a little bit further in. I'm getting plenty of extra lives, though. I'm grateful for that. Stampy dude. I have to start the level over. Not feeling that, but I have plenty of lives, so... This is one thing about this particular game, is that there's a lot of, there's a lot of space between the beginning of some of these stages and their checkpoints. This is one of those times where there's a lot of space between. Crystal Man stage is also that way. And Crystal Man stage is especially annoying because of, you know, the erratic crystal drops in certain places. Which you may have seen if you've seen previous playthroughs of this, or if you've played Mega Man 5 yourself. But, you know, that's pretty much the gist of a lot of the stuff that I say. I mean, I may have played through this game twice on this channel, but not with this rockin' beat. Because of the remix music and all. Yep, Mega Man 5 is another one of those games that has a completely remixed soundtrack. This Gyro Man theme, though, is from at least one of the arcade games. Whichever one Gyro Man is in, I think it's 2. Because there are 2 arcade games. But I think Gyro Man was in 2. Or the second arcade game. Because the second arcade game was labeled as Mega Man 2, The Power Fighters. Because it was Mega Man The Power Battles... Or Mega Man The Power Battle, and Mega Man 2, The Power Fighters. And I believe Gyro Man was in The Power Fighters, which is Mega Man 2 for the arcade. And, you know, both the games are good, but the second one is definitely better than the first. You get an additional player character, for one thing, but it's a little bit more refined, I think. Because okay, here's the checkpoint actually. You want to be careful here, because all right, either way I got the icon, so I'm happy. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, in the arcade games, in the first arcade game, you can play as either Mega Man, Proto Man, or Bass. And then in the second arcade game, you can play as those 3, as well as Duo for Mega Man 8, because they were really trying to promote Mega Man 8 at the time, because Mega Man 8 was just coming out. And too bad Mega Man 8 isn't that great of a game, at least from what I remember. You know, I am, you know, ready to play it again and give it another chance, but all I can think of is jump, jump, slide, slide, and those of you who have played Mega Man 8 know what I'm talking about and know my pain. Jump, jump, slide, slide is the entire reason I have not beaten the game. I did beat Frostman stage. I did get all the way to Wily Stage 1, and then Wily Stage 1 started off with jump, jump, slide, slide, and I never beat that. That's as far as I got in that damn game. But who knows? When I play through it on this little playthrough here, on this little escapade, I may do a little bit better. Who knows how sober I'll be. I'm just going to just die here because I kind of want that full health bar when I fight him. And I have more than enough lives to warrant just, just sacrificing a life for a full health bar. I'm totally okay with that. Unfortunately, this is another one of those situations where you have exactly enough charges to kill the Robot Master, but fortunately Gyro Man isn't that hard outside of using the gravity hold. He has a fairly predictable pattern. So, I did use that one charge to kill those enemies that one time, just kind of frivolously, but the Robot Masters in this game are not nearly as cheap as they are in Mega Man 4, and the Robot Master weapons that you get aren't nearly as terrible, so I was able to still get rid of Gyro Man there. So we got Gyro Attack. Gyro Attack shoots forward. It's kind of like Magnet Missile in that it can go 90-degree angle up or down. But rather than homing in on an enemy or trying to home in on an enemy, you actually manually push up or down to influence its direction. We also got Rush Jet, which is pretty much the way it is in Mega Man 4. Also, the Rush Coil in this game sucks too. I'm going to point that out real quick. Because I really don't see too many other places to use it. So rather than other games where just kind of like the spring comes out of his back and allows you to go forward, or allows you to go onward, if you use it here, you basically jump on him, and then he jumps, and then you have to jump off him that way. And it's pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. Also, we're in Crystal Man stage now. Crystal Man stage is probably my least favorite of the 8 Robot Master stages, particularly for one mechanic, the dropping crystal shoot mechanic. Basically, we're going to be coming across these chutes before too long. They will drop crystals down on you, and it's kind of erratic as to when you'd be able to go forward and not suffer any harm. Because the moment these guys hit you, you'll be forced down the pit. Because it's really hard to time them because you don't know if it's going to drop more than one at once. I hate this. I don't know if there is a pattern to them. There doesn't seem to be. It just, like I said, it seems to be completely random as to whether it's going to drop one or drop like 5 of them in a row. Oh, that's an energy tank. Good. Good, Eddie. Alright, now we got one more section of these. These are Crystal Joes here. They are only vulnerable after they shoot the crystal at you. Easy to take care of with a standard Mega Blaster. Mega Buster Blast. See what I mean? It's very, very hard to time it, and very, very hard to tell how many it's going to shoot down at you. That's why I hate this stage. Because especially with timing puzzles like these, I get very paranoid. It's like, if I go now, then I'm gonna get hit. Okay, luckily I got through that relatively unscathed. I'm fairly sure that does show up again in the future in this stage. I think there's like one more place where that kind of thing happens. It's not as dire of a situation as those, because those were over bottomless pits. Which is, as we know, our favorite when it comes to any platformers. Also, these shield enemies are back, and they're just a little bit. They just look a little bit more beefed up, but they are just as annoying as they were in the last game. I'm gonna get that energy tank here. We're gonna have areas like that where you know fall a few times. It's a good idea to go up this way, because up this way is a mega tank, and mega tanks, you know, we have the energy tanks, which we've seen up to this point. Energy tanks will fully refill your life. There's also mega tanks in this game, and mega tanks will refill not only your life energy, but also all of your weapon energy. The stipulation with the mega tanks is you can only hold one at a time. So be sure to judge wisely. We just missed the 5 on that, and we passed the checkpoint. I'm feeling good about myself now. I'll probably come back at a point where I can judge that properly, because there is no way. Once you go past the icon there is absolutely no way you can... Actually, if I die here, will I get another chance? I'm hoping I get another chance. I do get another chance. Okay. For whatever reason, I was convinced that that was the checkpoint. But this is another one of those where the checkpoint is actually a good ways away from the beginning. Like, this is not that far from the end. Alright, I got it that time. But we're practically at the end now. What was the point of putting the checkpoint there? We've got another little bit of a fall segment there, and then we're at the end. So, I don't even see what the point was. It barely went through one cycle of the song. But I'm going to go into the shutters here. Crystal Man's easy enough to kill. Just aim the gyro attacks into him, and you're pretty much good to go. Because he stays in the air long enough for you to be able to aim it. And even if you need to be in this kind of position and kill yourself, gyro attack has plenty of uses, so not too worried about that. I mean, I can easily kill him with this amount. I guess you could say this is where, coming off of Mega Man 4, this is where the games get a bit easier, at least with Mega Man 5, as far as 5 and 6 are concerned. But, I'll take it over the bullshit that 4 gave me any day. And now we got Crystal Eye. Crystal Eye is kind of like Dust Crusher in how, when it hits something, it will split up into multiple things, multiple shots. However, in the case of Crystal Eye, it's like one big projectile fires forward, and then it splits into 3 smaller projectiles that bounce off of walls, kind of like Gemini Laser, but more useful. Next up is Napalm Man stage, because this stage is where we start seeing the tigers, but it is an easy enough stage. There are some... Actually, the helicopter enemies are really annoying, too. But, if you let the tigers sit for too long, then they'll start just jumping all over the place. Or if you get too close to them as well. And that's where it gets hard to hit them, and it gets annoying. Or even if you, fire on the same screen as them, apparently. It'll do the same thing. But, when we start seeing them in, Proto Man's castle, they're going to be placed in more dickish areas. Like, it will easily knock you off a cliff. Dickish. These drill things can one-hit kill you. Make sure to kill them first. Now you don't know where they're coming from. This is a thing where you can actually go through the wall and get that. Just gotta make sure to jump at the right points. It's really easy to figure out. There is kind of a thing in Stone Man stage that has a similar sort of situation with a 1-up. I'm not as worried about that. This is the helicopter enemy I was talking about earlier. I'm actually going to try Gravity Hold, see if that'll work. Yes, it does. Yeah, the helicopter enemies are freaking relentless. And they will put themselves in positions where you cannot hit them. As seen. So, getting rid of these little guys too. These little Roomba things. Yeah, I'll use an energy tank here. I really don't feel like going through this part of the level again. Because fuck these helicopter dudes. And if I don't take care of this guy, he's just going to knock me off the ladder a million times. Oh, I guess not. But still, he could have very easily knocked me off the ladder a million times. Because he is content to just run into you over and over again. This guy's annoying too because you can only hit him in the head. And sometimes he has his arms up. And his arms will block your shots. And his missiles will do a lot of damage to you. And the missiles won't go away after they hit you. I mean, you can destroy the missiles, yes, but still, it's a pain in the ass. The N in Mega Man 5 is right there. Fun fact, obviously because the name of Mega Man in Japan is Rockman, the Mega Man 5 icons were Rockman 5, and also the 5 was a Roman numeral 5 and not a standard number 5. Or a Arabic number 5, I guess you should say. But yeah, that's the thing. Oh God, no. Yeah, you will get no quarter from us. Fuck. That's okay. The checkpoint is after the underground part, so as long as we have plenty of lives, I'm okay with that. I will take that any day of the week over going through the underground part again. What is with these missiles? Why are they so hard to hit? And the dickish thing about the missiles is that, you know, when you explode them, they split off in different directions like a dust crusher. I really don't want to go through that underground section again, so I'm going to keep going with this. Just, you know... It's just you take so much damage from contact, and then you get shit like this, where sometimes you get knocked off the screen, and then you scroll an enemy back on at full health. Mega Man 5 is, you know, Mega Man 4 is actually where we started seeing this, but it's full of little inconveniences. Like, I'm gonna die again. Fuck me. This should be stuff that should be very easy to deal with. Now I can't even beat this one guy without getting hit 5 times. This is stuff that should be very easily handled, but now it's not. Because, God forbid, I should be able to fulfill my goals. Fuck that Stampy guy. These guys can just go over my head. I know there's another one that's going to come up right there. Good. move on past this. Fuck you. Fuck you and your explosions. And these guys will start coming out of pits like they did in Starman stage. As long as I can get to the shutters, I'm fine. Yeah, we're good. Boom, shutters. Good to go. I'll sacrifice a life for, full life bar when I fight him. I've gotten more than enough lives in this particular run, so I'm okay with this. He's easy enough to kill with his weakness, so I'll just go ahead and just take the death, and yeah, this level can be annoying. I like to hit him like that because then there's also a chance that the other stuff will hit him. Okay. I'm overestimating my abilities again. That happens. I'm sorry. But that's why I like to fire it off of the wall in front of me rather than directly at him, because then I'm more likely to get more hits off of one shot. Like so. And we got Napalm Bomb. Napalm Bomb will just, like, kind of bop around on the ground for a bit before exploding. It's kind of stupid. I think it's used for destroying certain walls later on in, like, Wily Castle and stuff, but I really don't think that's a thing in this. I kind of could be wrong, but, whatever. We got 3 Robot Masters left. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night now, because I'm getting tired, so... I basically stuck out for as long as I thought I was going to. And when we come back, we will take on Stone Man, Charge Man, and Wave Man in that order. So, until then, I've been Raido Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?